Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football. Hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Match day 4 deadline stream. We are here. Another big match day coming up. I know you guys can hear me. I was trying to fix my light, but let's get to it. So far for me, I have made one transfer so far. Obviously, I've already played my Limitless before. I've already played my Wildcard before. I played it last week. So my team right now, I have one transfer. I've brought in Rafinha for Kochu, the Benfica midfielder. So my team right now, this is how it's looking. I have Skorupski in goal with Sommer. I have Theo Hernandez, Saliba, Schlotterbeck, Grimaldo, and Bastoni at the back. Midfield, Yamal, Rafinha, Foden, Akiluche, and Lukman. And then up front, I currently have Haaland, Gyökeres, and Havertz. So there's a couple of players there I wish I would not go with for this particular match day. Havertz up against Inter Milan. I don't like that fixture. I don't think has to get too many goals in that one. And I can't afford Lewandowski though. I'm a bit scared of going without Mbappe and Vinicius, but I can't afford them unless I take out Haaland. Should I take out Gyökeres because he has Man City and Arsenal coming up and bring in a different striker? Should I take out Havertz because he has Inter Milan and Sporting coming up? Odegaard is now back, so as Ray said in the chat, should I leave Havertz in the team? Right at the moment, I'm still trying to figure out should I go for a third Barcelona midfielder? But first, let me answer you guys' questions. Let me see. How are you, Ray? Looks like I'm 3 hours early. Usually I come 9 hours early. Thank you for always being here, bro. I'm playing my wildcard just because I can. Yep. If your team is needing a wildcard, you can definitely play it. And match day 4, match day 5 around there, match day 6 is the best time to play it. Odegaard is back. Yes, he is. Will De Gregorio starts? Asks Danish. I think he will. I think there's a 70% chance he will. According to those Juventus accounts on Twitter and on Instagram and stuff, those know it all accounts, they're predicting that De Gregorio will start. So I think 70% chance he will start. If I was playing a wildcard or a limitless, I wouldn't have De Gregorio. But if you already have him, keep him. There's a chance he will play. And if you only have one goalkeeper and you still have a transfer and you don't have anything to do, you can use it if you don't take any risk. But I think he will start. Here's the team: Skorupski, Martinez, Chan, Mittelstadt, Lewis, Kubasi, Grimaldo. Forward line, good. Gurasi as well is a player I'm thinking about as well because he's playing Sturm Graz at home. Forward line is okay. You don't like Kane, Ray? I've also thought about Kane, but yeah, Lewandowski against Red Star, that's a good fixture. I'm seeing you've doubled up or tripled up on Barcelona. No Yamal for you, but you've gone for Kubasi. Grimaldo up against Liverpool, tricky fixture, but yeah, if you're playing your wildcard, you need to target 2-3 match days, especially if you already played your limitless. Salah, I wish I could have Salah. I can't afford him, but he has tough fixtures coming up against Leverkusen and Madrid, but Salah always scores though. Pulisic up against Madrid. Okay, Olise. Whew. I mean, if I was playing a wildcard goalkeeper, fine. And defensively, I do like the defense, but I would try to get an Inter Milan defender. Let me know, Ray, have you already used your limitless? Let me know. Because if you already used your limitless and you don't have anywhere else to turn to for the next 4 match days, I'll try and get in a defender from Inter Milan, even though they're playing Arsenal next. The next fixtures are coming up that are good. So I think you need to get an Inter Milan defender there. Yeah, let me know if you played your limitless though. Who's the best captain today? Says Danish today. Oh, tough one. For me, as you can see, I currently have my captain on Schlotterbeck because my team doesn't really have very good captains for today. But I'd go if you have Guirassy from Dortmund, the striker, you can go for him. Salah, maybe. I think that is going to be like a 3-2 kind of game. And maybe Vinicius, because he has a lot to prove, is also a good option. Barn says he's back. Yeah, man. Like, we've suffered a lot without Odegaard, bro. It's been a tough couple of weeks. How are you, Ezra? How are you, Danish? How are you, Ray? How are you, Yasin? Could free up massive space by getting in Guirassy. Yep. And you don't have to use your entire budget, by the way, especially if you don't have your limitless. You can always save a bit of money to use later. It's going to help you later on. Because right now, if I just decide not to go with Guirassy and decide to carry over one transfer, it could help me next week, especially if I have any injuries and stuff. Danish says, will Rafinha start? I'd imagine so. I think they would want to go through very quickly. So I think the easier fixtures is what these other teams are targeting, the bigger teams. They want to like just go through as quickly as possible. It looks like Rafinha is on the bench. Really? I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. I mean, there's a chance someone could be rested, but I'm assuming they're just going to play most of those players because they've already played the tougher games against Real Madrid and those guys. But if it's benched, that is a killer because that is my transfer for this week. Let me check if there's any news on Rafinha. It's very tough to predict most of the scores, though. Like, you just never know. Like, even Man City could just decide to bench Haaland. You never know. Baron says my score 2 transfers left. Defensively, I'm okay with the defense. Yamal, Gittins, Lewandowski, Allen, Gonzalez. So 2 transfers left. Goalkeeper's fine. Defensively, I'm okay with the defense, midfield. Again, if your team is looking good, Baron, you don't have to use both transfers. Right here, I can maybe use 1 transfer and then bring in and then save 1 transfer for the next match day. For me, I'd maybe try to bring in maybe a Guirassy for Gonzalez. Do you have enough money for that? I mean, a Guirassy is someone, if you want a Real Madrid player, if you can afford, that would be good. But Lewandowski, Yamal definitely keep. Foden has been doing okay in the Champions League. Keep Salah, that is fine. Kimmich, that is fine. Defensively, that is fine. Okay, do you have a double up on Liverpool? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, maybe if you can afford like a Guirassy, you already have Gittins, so it's not a must as well. So maybe in your situation, Gabriel's 2 fixtures are coming up are tough, but I would keep him. Grimaldo, I would keep. Jimenez, I think I would keep. That's the Jimenez from Atletico, right? I think I would keep. Yamal, Foden. Your team doesn't look bad. Maybe if you just really, because you don't want to lose the transfer, maybe try and get in someone for Gonzalez, maybe a Guirassy. I've seen De Jong is starting for PSV for as a differential, or maybe you can bring in someone for Kimmich because but I think Kimmich will actually do well against, I think they have Benfica at home. So I don't see too many problems in your team. Maybe a Guirassy for Gonzalez if you can afford. Updated my team. It'll start to Gabriel, Ingles to Lukman, and got in for Israel for goalkeeper. Okay, so Israel goalkeeper. Have you already used your limitless? Let me see if you answer that. So let's start to Gabriel. Yeah, because on a wildcard, you have to like target the next 2-3 matches as well. I'm playing my wildcard because just I read that one. So yeah, most of the team looks good. Now, if people are saying Rafinha is benched, then in your situation, because you have a wildcard, you can take him out. But let me see if that is indeed the news. See, Daniel Olmo and Ansu Fati playing. Looks like I do like Olmo. I saw him scoring 2 goals the other day, so I thought about bringing him in as well. Let's see. I wouldn't really take out Rafinha though, because I already brought him in. I'm just going to leave him for the next match day and go with 14 players. How are you, Chick? What's up? Got the chance to tune into the live stream today. Appreciate you. Yes, sensational, Glenn. Rafinha might get benched, so it's a risky pick. So yes, I've used my limitless. So yeah, you need to target the next 3-4 match days race. So even if Gabriel has a tough fixture this week, you're looking at the future fixtures as well. Even if someone has an easy fixture this time, you don't have to go with 3 players from that team, especially if they have a tough fixture next time. Just balance it out. If someone has a really, really good fixture, go with like 2 players. Unless you're sure about Barcelona, you can go for 3 and then maybe take out another player next time with the 2 transfers that you have next time. Sorry for the 5-2. Ray, how are you feeling by the day after that El Clasico? So now in my case, if Olmo is playing, let's see. I was thinking about taking out Lukman, but Lukman performed incredibly well the last 2 games that he's played in Serie A, and I was like, nah, I can't take him out now. Where's Olmo? Olmo is 8 million. He's selected by 5%. 8 million. How much money do I have in the bank? Price. I mean, I can't bring in Olmo for Rafinha, but I wouldn't really take out Rafinha. I want Rafinha to be in my team. Next match day is not going to be rested. Barcelona's fixtures, if you take a look at Barcelona's fixtures, even after today, they have Brest at home, and then they have Dortmund, Benfica, Atalanta. Those are games I can see Barcelona scoring goals. So, yeah, I would still keep Rafinha. I'll just put him in the starting lineup, and then they're playing today, right? Oh, no, they're playing tomorrow. Yeah, they're playing tomorrow. So, yeah. Listen, let's see how my players do today. If we hear any news about Rafinha tomorrow, then I'm just going to leave him on the bench, and then to be a certainty, hopefully, for next time. I think he's definitely going to start next time if he doesn't tomorrow, but I'm just going to keep him in my team because I already subbed him in anyway, so I can't really take him out. Imagine being a Real fan. I'm taking 3 Barcelona players. You gotta do what you gotta do. I have 2 Man City players in my team. I don't like it, but we have to do it. Although I actually think Sporting could actually beat Man City. I'd not be surprised that game ended in a 2-1 or 2-2 or something. I've thought about De Jong as well. Let me see De Jong. Let me see the lineups that have come out right now, the PSV and the Girona. I don't think too many people have players from those teams right now. Let's see, PSV. So PSV have Benitez in goal, Bascogli, Dams, Flamingo, and Kasdorp at the back, Moro Jr., Tillman, Bakayoko, De Jong, and Lang. So let me just see PSV. Let me see PSV's upcoming fixtures. PSV. Look, De Jong, 7 million. Next up, PSV have Shakhtar at home. Wow. This PSV fixtures are really good. Girona at home, Shakhtar at home, Brest away, and then Red Star away, and then Liverpool at home. Those next 4 fixtures I watched PSV in their league like 3 times so far this season. Those guys score a lot of goals. Against PSG, they drew 1-1. They drew 1-1 with Sporting as well, and they lost 3-1 to Juventus. So they always score. Since we've gotten the team news from PSV, I think their fixtures that are coming up are really good. So you can target maybe a differential from PSV for you guys that are here. I don't think too many people will go for PSV players. Look at this. De Jong is owned by 1%. Benitez is owned by 1%. That is the goalkeeper. 4.4 million goalkeeper if you're playing your wildcard. 4.4 million goalkeeper. The likes of Raul, you're playing your wildcard. Benitez at 4.4 million. Next fixtures coming up. Shakhtar, Brest. They have very good fixtures coming up, so you can save money there potentially. I don't think PSV is as strong in terms of keeping clean sheets, but I'm saying in terms of saving the money, that is going to help you later on. Let me see how much the likes of Till and Tillman are. Till is 6 million, owned by 0%. Interesting. The problem with De Jong, I think he came off the bench the last PSV game that I watched over the weekend. Let me see how many minutes has he been playing. 90 minutes, 77 minutes. Okay. So look, De Jong has been playing. He hasn't scored yet, but he has been playing, and he has Girona right now. Girona. Let me see Girona. I think PSV differential, guys. I think PSV can be targeting a few differentials there. Benitez in goal, De Jong up front. Let me check Girona. Which fixtures do Girona have? How are their results so far? Sorry, can't pronounce the name. 3JK, whatever. Hi, Glenn. Vats to Foden for -4. No, I wouldn't do it for -4 because Vats has Liverpool away anyway, so I wouldn't really do it for -4. Oh, you're saying Vats to Foden. So you remove Vats for Foden. I wouldn't do any. I don't think any of them has a good fixture. No, for -4, definitely not. If you're on a wildcard, the limitless, fine. But for -4, I wouldn't do it. I think they're going to get like similar points. I can see both of them scoring. So I don't think -4 is worth that. So Girona did not consider against Bratislava. They considered 3 against Feyenoord. They considered 1 against PSG. Is that stupid? Should I go for Guirassy or should I go for De Jong? Our Mara says keep or sell Watkins or a -4. No, I wouldn't do a -4. Club Brugge is a good fixture. I wouldn't do a -4. If you're on a wildcard or limitless, I'd probably take him out. But for -4, no, they have Club Brugge. I can see them scoring 2 or 3 goals. Hello, what do you think about Xavi Simons to Rafinha, Bremer to Kunde with 2 free transfers? I have Yamal already. My point is 242. So Xavi Simons to Rafinha. I mean, people are saying Rafinha could be on the bench. So Bremer to Kunde with 2 free transfers. Bremer to Kunde, that is fine. Barcelona playing against Leicester, that is fine. The Rafinha and Xavi Simons to Rafinha, now I'm scared. I already have Rafinha in my team, but people are saying he could be benched. I don't like that idea. People are saying Olmo could start. Let me see if I can see any news on that, and then I'll answer that question, Ayomide. Dinamo Zagreb, Bratislava, I don't think anyone has players from there. I wouldn't really go for any players from there, although I think Dinamo could score a couple of goals. Girona have Gazaniga, Anwar, Miguel, David Lopez, Van der Beek, Blind, David Blind, that's his name. Selvi, Herrera, Brian, I think that's Brian Gill, Miowski. No, I think PSV are going to win this game. I think PSV are going to win this game. Baron says, should I keep Jimenez because he's suspended but have two good fixtures? That has two good fixtures after today. Atletico Madrid. If don't take a -4 for sure. Like I rather play with 14 players. If you have enough transfers, take him out. But if you already used your wild card and you already used your limitless, then that is a good idea for keeping him because you don't want to have too many things to do next time. Let's see their fixtures. Jimenez. They'll have Sparta Prague and then Slovan. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So in his case, have too many things to do with your team, like in terms of transfers, just keep him on the bench and go with 14 players. There's no problem with that because he has good fixtures coming up. But if you have like a wildcard coming up or a limitless coming up, then you can take him out. Especially if you have a wildcard coming up, you can take him out because you can always bring him back in if you prefer. But if it's just transfers, just keep him in your team. Let's see. Never do a -4 in UCL, says Ray, unless like in a really, really bad place in terms of your squad. There's a time a couple of seasons ago, I think 2021, like I had like 10 players. 2 of them were suspended, 3 of them picked up injuries. And I think I didn't have Man City players, I didn't have like Bayern Munich players, and you have to in that situation. How are you? How are you? Nice seeing you as always. Would you do Saliba to Chan for -4? Nope, not for -4. Not for -4. It's, I would not be surprised if Sturm scored a goal against Dortmund. And the way Arsenal approach those kind of games, that could easily be a 0-0. Now it's very tough to know with Inter Milan because I watched them drawing 4-4 Juventus recently, but I've also watched them almost drawing with I think Venezia the other day. That could easily be a 0-0. And Saliba's fixtures coming up are not bad against Sporting, against Dinamo Zagreb, Girona. So I would keep Saliba in the team for -4 now. If it's just a regular transfer, fine. -4 now. Nice seeing you, coacher. Please help me. What do you think my transfers? Okay. Rule 2, never pick up a mechanic in UCL. Yep, I've never ever done that. I've seen people picking him from last season. Terrible pick. How are you, Leo? Do you think it's worth bringing Rafinha for Kubasi and taking a -4? Rafinha for Kubasi? Rafinha is a midfielder. Kubasi is a defender. So what do you mean with that? Or like bringing Rafinha for someone else and then Kubasi for someone else? What do you mean? How much is Kubasi, by the way? I've never actually had Kubasi in my team, not even once. Let's see, Kubasi. It's 4.5. No wonder a lot of people have him. My team is Martinez, Gutierrez, Hakimi, Frimpong, Vardiol, Vats. With 2 free transfers, do you think I should do? Okay, you still have 2 free transfers. Interesting. Hakimi. Vardiol is a very good pick. That guy always finds a way to score. Yamal, Kunz, Simon, Haaland. So you have Watkins. So if you have 2 free transfers, do you mean what did you say earlier? Keep or sell Watkins for -4. What do you think about Davison Rafinha? Okay, so far you still have 2 free transfers, right? Media. Okay, if you still have 2 free transfers, the likes of Lookman I would keep. Vats I would keep for the future fixtures as well, unless you have a wild card. Your team doesn't have any Dortmund cover. That is a bit scary. No, do you have any Dortmund player? Doesn't look so. Dortmund are definitely be targeting Dortmund. Barcelona, you only have I think you definitely need to get Barcelona players in your team. I think, you already have Yamal and you're thinking about bringing in Koundé. The team doesn't look that bad, but I'll be trying to get in like someone like a Guirassy up front if possible. If you have 2 free transfers, maybe I'd bring in Guirassy for Watkins. Minamino, Akiluche. Last time I went for Akiluche, Minamino scored twice. It was tough, and then Akiluche finally scored in the last minute. That was a relief. I think that's a 50-50 toss, but I think that is literally 50-50. This time it could be Akiluche scoring 2 goals and Minamino 1. I'm still sticking with Akiluche. I think that is a 50-50 though. Bringing Rafinha for someone else and Kubasi for someone else. Yeah, if that's the case, I'll definitely bring in the 2 Barcelona players. But for -4 though, I don't like a -4 Leo. I'd rather just go with Rafinha for someone else, and then that's it. I wouldn't really do a -4 to bring in a defender. I don't like that idea, because if like Kubas, let's say, gets a yellow card and keeps a clean sheet, you're only gaining 1 point from that, which I don't like. You already have three Barcelona players. Who are the three Barcelona players that you have? Rafinha, Olmo. I brought in Rafinha, Johnny, but people are saying Olmo could start, so that is a tough one. Again, Johnny, depends. If you're on a wild card or if you're on a limitless, you can gamble on Olmo. On a wild card, I think Rafinha is still very good for the upcoming fixtures. I know people are targeting the Tresta one, but Rafinha is still a very good pick for the next fixtures. I think Rafinha will definitely start next time, but I'm not sure if Olmo will start. If you have a wild card, I'd actually gamble and go for both, I'd actually try and go for both if you have a wild card. If it's just transfers, people are saying Olmo is going to start, then I think that could be the best pick. But for me, I'm still going to stick with Rafinha. Even if he comes on for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, he could still do something. If I had a wildcard, then I'd go for both. I had Aina in my bench for FPL. He scored 15 points. Damn, that's crazy. He scored a very good goal as well for Nottingham are balling. I haven't used any chip. I saw Gittins last match. You haven't used any chip, man. You're so lucky. Okay, if you haven't used any chip, then you're free to like try crazy things since you have a wildcard and limitless coming up. So I'll try and get in. What did you say you sold last time? You sold Gittins last time. I'll try and get in Guirassi in this team because they have a very good fixture. In your case, I try Guirassi and maybe. Can you afford Lewandowski? Bremer, Redeke, Haaland, Siemens. Xavi Siemens. Leipzig have a good fixture, right? They're playing Celtic. Lookman, Vast. The rest of your team looks okay. I don't think I'll do too many things, but Hakimi, PSG, I think PSG have a tough fixture, correct? PSG. I think they're playing Atletico. Oh, I don't like taking out Hakimi, but since you have a wildcard, Hakimi, Frimpong, Vardel, Vats, Lukman, Yamal, Kuhn. So Kuhn, or Amara, I know Kuhn has a home fixture. I'd try and take him out for one of the Monaco midfielders, maybe Minamino or Akiluche, one of them for Kuhn if you can afford it. And then I'll try and take out Watkins for Guirassi. That's what I'd probably do. Because we have a wildcard next time and a limitless next time as well. You can gamble. So try and get in a Dortmund player, someone like that. And then midfield-wise, those Monaco players are also very, very good. There's not too many problems in your team. Ezra says Gyökeres, Kane, Haaland, Olise, Yamal, Vats, Lukman, Bakola, Schlotterbeck. Transfer out Gyökeres for Guirassi and Vats to Rafinha, Gittins, or focus on defender. Thoughts? So transfer out Gyökeres for Guirassi. Guirassi is a very good fixture, so that looks good. I think Gyökeres could score, though. I have a feeling Gyökeres will score against Man City, and I think he can actually score against Arsenal as well. Now, this is like the final week for Amorim before he leaves for Man United. I think they could have a big week before he leaves, so I still think he could score, but Guirassi could score twice, so I think that is a good pick. And then Vats to Rafinha. So I wouldn't do Vats to Rafinha because there's rumors about him not starting, so I think that is a bit of a risk. Gittins. So I don't think it's bad. So Gyökeres to Guirassi and then Vats to Gittins. I don't think that is a bad idea to double up on Dortmund. I don't think that's a bad idea. Or focus on defense. What is your defense? Saliba, Kim, Schlotterbeck, Bakola. Not Bakola, sorry. Bakola is a midfielder. So your defense is Akanji, Saliba, Kim, Schlotterbeck, and Trent. So Trent, you can keep. Akanji, I think Sporting are going to score. I don't think Man City are going to keep a clean sheet there. Man City have tough fixtures coming up. They have Juventus as well. Saliba, Kim, and Schlotterbeck. Defense is not that bad. I'll definitely keep Trent and Schlotterbeck. Now I think your defense is okay. I don't think it's that bad, Ezra. So I'd do what you had said. I think I'd go Gyökeres for Guirassy and then Vats for Gittins. Just double up on Dortmund and hope they get 4 or 5 goals. The last time they played the home game, they scored 7 goals. Chica is a Dortmund fan, and he says the problem is bringing 3 Dortmund players and 2 or 3 Barca players into the same team, as in a couple of match days ahead, they're going to face each other. I mean, as I said, if you have a wild card, you can do everything you want for this match day. You can double up and triple up on teams. But if you already used your limitless in a wildcard, like in my situation, I can't go with too many players from one team. Like I wanted Lewandowski in my team, but I couldn't do it. I don't want to have too many players in one team. But again, Chica, the Dortmund-Barcelona game doesn't really mean that it's not going to be goals. It could be a 3-2 or something. So the forward players could easily score goals. I'd go for 2 Dortmund players and at least 2 Barcelona players for this match because they have very good fixtures. And then by the time they're facing each other, you've already used 4 transfers, so you can try and get them, at least a couple of them out. But I don't think having the Barcelona players is that bad. And I don't think having the Dortmund players is that bad at all. Anyway, let me see their fixtures apart from Barcelona. So Sturm Graz, Dinamo Zagreb, and then Bologna Shakhtar. Those are really good fixtures, Chick. I can see you guys winning at least 3 of those and scoring like at least 3 or 4 goals against Sturm Graz, another 3 against Dinamo Zagreb, and maybe 2 or 3 against Shakhtar there. So, and even against Barcelona, that's like a 3-2. So both teams will score there. Bologna don't concede too many goals. So having Schlotterbeck, definitely no problem. Even Chan, one of the defenders. I think for this week, tripling up on Dortmund is not a problem as long as you have a way if you want to take them out before they play Barcelona. Ezra says he has 2 transfers. So for me, I don't think Gyökeres is a must to take out, but Guirassy has such a good fixture. I'm also thinking about doing it. But in my situation, I can also take out Havertz instead. So I would do Gyökeres to Guirassy, and then I would do Vats to Gittins. That is it. Then forget about the defense. Defense is okay. Then hope Saliba draws 0-0 with Inter Milan. So I would focus on the forward players. Defenders are okay as well. Inigo Martinez. I mean, I'd prefer the other Barcelona defenders, to be honest. Koundé, Kubasi. I wouldn't really go for Martinez. Is Rafinha starting or will Ansu Fati start? I cannot answer that question at all. Some people are saying he's going to start. Some people are saying he's not going to start. So that is a tricky one. For me, I have Rafinha. I'm going to just keep him in the team. Foden or Salah, I'm going to go for Salah. So of course, he has a home fixture. Thinking for me, 8 match day with 2 chips in is mad. Thinking, okay, yeah, it's crazy. I want the normal 6 match days, but it's more fun. It's basically gives you more time of climbing up the rankings and stuff. Akiluche or Kimmich, I'd go for Akiluche. Gets forward a lot. Should I keep Osel Valverde? Depends on how the rest of your team looks, Danish. Against AC Milan, there's other better picks like Mbappe, Vinicius. But if you don't have any much to do, I'd keep Valverde unless you don't have players like Yamal in your team and other like good midfielders. I think I'll just keep Valverde, especially not for -4. If you're thinking to do it for -4, no. Are you putting Schlotterbeck captain? Depends. If I bring in Guirassy, no. If I don't bring in Guirassy, yes, I'm going to gamble on Schlotterbeck. I miss Napoli, says Ray. Yep, Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, very good last season. Soma, Raya, Kanji, Grimaldo, Bastoni, Saliba, Digne, change for Inigo, okay, Akiluche, Lukman, Kochu for Olmo, Rafa, Foden, Haaland, Gyökeres, Watkins. So you have 2 free transfers. Goalkeeper, that is fine, although they're playing against each other, but no problem there. For my one match, there's no problem. Defensively, I'm okay with the defense. So what you need there is Arsenal to draw 0-0 with Inter Milan. Akiluche, Lukman, Kochu for Olmo, Rafa. So I definitely try to get in a Barcelona player for sure in your situation. That fix is too easy. And the way Barcelona have been playing, my goodness, they could score another 4 or 5 goals there. There could be a situation where Olmo scores twice, Yamal assists twice, and Rafinha comes off the bench and gets a goal and assists. So that's why I think all of them are really good picks, unless they just don't bring in Rafinha at all. Change for Inigo? No, I wouldn't really change the defense for Inigo Martinez. Saliba, Digne. Who you wanted to take out Digne for Inigo Martinez? Aston Villa. Who do Aston Villa have after Club Brugge? I think Digne is a good pick, especially going forward in the set pieces as well. Let me see Aston Villa's fixtures. Juventus, Leipzig. Okay, that's not easy. Monaco, Celtic. Okay. Inigo Martinez is a differential, fine, but I still prefer the other Barcelona defenders. And then Kochu for Olmo, Rafa. For me, I'm still going to go with Rafinha. If you're on a wildcard, Rafinha will still cover for you for the next couple of match days, which is good. I think Olmo and Rafinha right now, I'm 70% Rafinha, 30% Olmo. That is how I'm feeling about that. And the defense one, you can go for it. The midfield one, Coach going out. Yes, I agree with that. I also took him out. For Olmo, Rafa, one of them, I think that's a huge gamble. If I get any news on Barcelona, the next 20 minutes, we'll talk about that one. I mean, goalkeepers, terrible. Goalkeepers, Ezra says goalkeeper. Ezra says the goalkeepers are terrible. Let's see, goalkeeper. Oh, you have the Gregorian Blasic. Okay, I didn't see that as well. Apologies, I did not see that. Yes, your goalkeepers are not that good, but I think the Gregoria will start. So I think the Gregoria will start. So I think you can gamble on that. But since you don't have a goalkeeper at all, Blasic is a very bad pick. For people who went with Blasic, thankfully I didn't go for him. It was between Blasic and Skorupski, the Bologna goalkeeper, for me, and I went for Skorupski, and he ended up saving a penalty. Thinking match day one, I was buzzing because I didn't go for Blasic, and that has turned out to be a bad pick. The Gregorio will start, but if you feel like it's too much of a gamble, you can definitely take out Blasic. So if you decide to take out Blasic, then I would just keep Vats in the team, Ezra. I'd then keep Vats in the team, and then hope that Yamal does the job for you in terms of covering Barcelona. Nobody talks about Vats regardless of the fixtures. Guess is the most settled template player at this time. You know what is funny? I've never had him in my team. I've never found space to have him in my team, which is crazy. Against Liverpool, though, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, so I can see both of them, Salah, Vats, all of them performing. But it's a very good player, though. Like, whoever is going to end up buying him, like if Liverpool are ready to splash 100 million for him or something, he'd be a very good player. What do you think of Sesko? He scored the other day. Were they playing Leipzig? Were playing against, I know he scored the other day. Is it against Dortmund? I think he scored. Against Celtic, that is a good fixture. So as a differential alpha, I think it's a good differential Leipzig. I think it's a good differential for this match day. But that is if you don't have any other problems in your team. At the moment, for me, I am thinking to go with a striker. I think the rest of the team is okay. Even if Rafinha doesn't start, it's scary not only having one Barcelona player for that fixture, but Guirassy, I can just take out Havertz and bring in Guirassy. I can take out Havertz and maybe bring in De Jong from today. This is interesting, man. I have 2-3 strikers I'm thinking about to bring in for Havertz or for Gyökeres. What do you think of getting Kimmich out for Gittens? Do it for sure. That fixture for Dortmund is too good. Thoughts on who? Why the hell have I never heard of that? Who the hell is that? You know, the good thing of doing these streams, you get to learn about players as well. Playing. I don't think there's a player like that. Is there? Bense. Okay, the good thing with doing streams like this, you get to learn about other players as well. I've never. Wow. Oh, he's a Dortmund defender. Interesting. Like his minutes are all over the place a bit. 29 minutes, 59 minutes. Why have I never heard of this player? I mean, I do watch the Bundesliga, not as much as Premier League and La Liga and Serie A. Bundesliga is the fourth. But wow, I've never known that. Like I know about Chan and Schlotterbeck and those other guys in defense. Too much of a gamble, though. I think there's other better defenders from Dortmund. I think there's other defenders from Dortmund. Good thing with playing UCL fantasy, you get to learn about a lot of players, even from Sparta Prague. Thank you for teaching me about that player, Dida. But no, I would not go for him, even though it's 4.4 million. I think there's other better defenders from there. I could upgrade. How many people have that defender that you've said? 1%. Okay. I could upgrade. Sorry, Chica, that I don't know another Dortmund player. I apologize for that. When did you buy him? I am sure he's not been at Dortmund for that long. I could upgrade one goalkeeper to Emi Martinez and go for Gittens mid for Vats. Upgrade one goalkeeper to Martinez, okay, and go for Gittens mid for Vats. Yeah, that sounds good as well. That sounds good because Emi Martinez is definitely going to start. So, Why do people start removing VATs? I think it depends. If you don't have any Barcelona players, I think it's a little bit scary going into that Barcelona game without any Barcelona players. But VAT is definitely a good pick. For me, I've not had him. I'm not thinking of bringing him right now, not before the Liverpool fixture. Let's see, Leverkusen. Let me see the rest of their fixtures. Leverkusen. 40% selected. Wow. Yeah, this points return is crazy. He has Liverpool next, and then he'll have Inter Milan. Those are not easy fixtures. And then Salzburg, Atletico. Ooh, those are tough fixtures. Liverpool, Inter Milan, Atletico. I think there the most you're getting is like 8 points or something. I can't see him like scoring 2 goals or getting a goal and assist against Inter, against Liverpool, against Atletico. So the Salzburg and the Sparta Prague fixtures are the good ones. But it's owned by a lot of people. So if he scores, it definitely kills my rank. Yeah, I'll do that transfer, Ezra. I'd rather get Openda instead of Son, to be honest. I'd rather get Openda instead of, you mean, Sesko. Openda, he hit the post like 2 or 3 times against Liverpool last time. I remember that game. He could be a good pick, Openda, but for me, I'm not going for any Leipzig players at the moment. But if you feel like you need to go for Leipzig players, there's like 3 or 4 good options. How are you, Rehan? Nice seeing you as always. I tried doing Kunt, Minamino, and Watkins to Girassi, but it's not going. Minus 1.1. Okay, that's a lot. So the only way you can get Girassi is if you take out another striker and not Watkins. And who are your other strikers? Let me see again. Ayomide. Who are your other strikers? Your other strikers are Haaland, Watkins, and Kane. I don't like telling people to remove Kane. That guy is a machine. Like, he always scores 2-3 goals every single game. Then your situation, then you can't afford Minamino, I guess. There's not too many other good cheap midfielders. So unless you're feeling really brave by your mid, since you have your wildcard and you're limitless, maybe you can take out Haaland and bring in Girassi. That is because you have a wildcard and a limitless, and you can always bring in Haaland next time. I don't think Man City are playing that well. Haaland can always score, but I can't see him scoring 2 or 3 goals for this particular match day. And Man City's fixture after this is Feyenoord at home, which Haaland could definitely go off. But after that, Juventus, PSG, Club Brugge. If you really want Girassi, because the only player you can take out there is Haaland, if you want Girassi, that is because you have a wildcard and limitless coming up. But if you feel like it's too crazy taking out Haaland, then you cannot bring in Girassi in your situation. Then you'll have to go without the Dortmund forwards. For me, if I was in a situation, I would actually take out Haaland. I'm not going to take out Haaland for myself because I don't have a wildcard or a limitless, so bringing him back is going to be very hard in the future. So I guess you have to keep Kun Ayomide because he has a home fixture against Leipzig. I had him in match day 1, he got an assist. And then you might have to, maybe if you want to go Girassi, you have to go for Haaland out. There's not too many other cheaper strikers I could suggest for you. Roman, how are you? He says best defender for 5.1. Already have Schlotterbeck, Lewis. Not sure about a Villa double up with Martinez. Not sure. So you already have Martinez. You're thinking about a double up. No, I don't think I'll double up neither as well. I can easily see Club Brugge scoring. So you already have Schlotterbeck and Rico. Again, I always try to ask Roman, like, what is your situation? Do you have a wildcard? Do you have a limitless? So I guess you're not using a limitless in your situation because you're trying to get a 5.1 midfield defender. So if you already use your limitless and wildcard, you need to be careful on which players you're bringing in. If you don't have any of them, be careful. If you have both of them remaining, your wildcard and your limitless, then you have a bit of space to maneuver. So in your situation, for example, if you have wildcard and limitless, you can easily double up on Dortmund's defense because you can always take them out in the future. You can always go for Digne decided you don't want to double up on Martinez. Tapsoba, I don't think is Tapsoba going to play? Tapsoba. Let me see, check Tapsoba's fixtures. Tapsoba. Liverpool. And then... No, I don't like this Leverkusen fixtures, to be honest. So I don't want you to bring Tapsoba in. What are fixtures for Kolasinac? I know Atalanta have been doing well. So Kolasinac, Roman Kolasinac, Atalanta, they have Sturm Graz and then Young Boys next, and then they'll also play against Sturm Graz in the future. So Kolasinac is 4.7 million. He allows you to also save 0.4 million. So I'll tell you Kolasinac. Although against Stuttgart could easily score. But again, the Champions League, I usually don't expect a lot of clean sheets. A lot of teams are very, very good. So Roman, I'm going to tell you Kolasinac. Because the next 4 fixtures, they have 3 good fixtures. I will change Akanji for Schlotterbeck. Yep, that makes sense, Johnny. That's good. Martin says Anton Gonçalves, Gyökeres to Zappacosta. Zappacosta is another one who's also a good defender from Atalanta. Roman, Lukman Guirassy for -1, or Anton Gonçalves to Zappacosta and Gittens for free. First of all, Martin, I do not like -4s in UCL fantasy at all. So I'm the wrong person to ask about taking hits in the Champions League fantasy. I've done it once in the 6 years I've been playing UCL fantasy. Don't like taking hits at all. So Anton Gonçalves and Gyökeres to Zappacosta, Lukman and Guirassy. So double up in Atalanta. Interesting. For -4, I would not do it for -4. Because Gyökeres could easily score a couple of goals. So I wouldn't really do it for -4. Or Anton and Gonçalves to Zappacosta and Gittens. I like the second option, Martin, the one for free. Got 2 goalkeepers on the same day. Should I transfer out? No. If it's just one match day, if you look at the next match day and then they're playing on a different day, you can just keep it like that. Last match day, I had my goalkeepers playing on the same day. It's not a big deal for one match day. Ryan says Haaland, Vlahovic, Retegui. Retegui has been on form with Lukman. Every time I check Atalanta's games, they always score. Foden, Salah, Vats, Pulisic, Akiluche, 2 free transfers. Jimenez suspended. Okay. So striker, Vats, Salah, Pulisic, Akiluche, Foden. Defenders, Theo Hernandez, Akanji, Grimaldo, Kera, Jimenez. So 2 free transfers. If your defender is suspended, Ryan, you can just take out Jimenez. Jimenez is, how much is Jimenez? Atletico. See, Atletico. 5.1. So if in your situation, I would definitely take out Jimenez. You can always bring him back in the future. So which defenders don't you have? I can see you don't have any defender from Dortmund. So I would probably take out Jimenez and then bring in Dortmund. So Jimenez out because the likes of Schlotterbeck have very good fixtures and it's 5 million. It's cheaper than Jimenez. So Ryan, that is what I'd do. I'd take out Jimenez for Schlotterbeck. A lot of people have Schlotterbeck. How many people? 16%. That's not a lot compared to that. And then the rest of the team doesn't look that bad. So Ryan, you don't have to use both transfers. You can always carry one over to the next match. But Barcelona, do you have Barcelona players? Who I don't like the idea of not having a Barcelona player in your team. That is scary, Rehan. Barcelona is going to win that game 4-0. You have to have a Barcelona attacker in your team. So Salah definitely keep. Pulisic, Foden, Vats, Akiluche. Vlahovic. I don't think you can afford Lewandowski from Vlahovic, right? If you could afford Vlahovic to Lewandowski, you can do that, but I don't think that is possible. So now in your situation, how much is Pulisic, AC Milan? You definitely have to have a Barcelona attacker. They are going to score for sure a couple of goals in those games. Let's see. AC Milan. Pulisic is 7.5 million. Let's go to Barcelona. How much money do you have in the bank, Ryan? I'm bringing Yamal in, but for who? Okay. If you bring in Yamal, okay, so you want to bring in Yamal, but you're thinking for who? Yamal is 7. How much is Yamal? So it's exactly the same. I would take out Pulisic, to be honest, Ryan. So I'll do Pulisic to Yamal. I know Real Madrid's defense has not been that great, but I think Yamal against Red Star is better than Pulisic against Real Madrid. So I'll do Pulisic to Yamal, and then I'll do Jimenez to Schlotterbeck. Do you prefer Olmo and Guirassy over Gonçalves and Mbappe, or Gittens and Lewandowski over Gonçalves and Gyökeres? So Olmo and Guirassy over Gonçalves and Mbappe, or Gittens and Lewandowski over Gonçalves and Gyökeres? I like the second one, the Gittens and Lewandowski. The first one, I don't even think it's a it's the best of ideas to take out Mbappe. I think he's going to score. So I like the second one, Gittens and Lewandowski over Gonçalves and Gyökeres. Although for me, I might end up keeping Gyökeres. Lewandowski, Yamal, and Rafinha, is that okay? Yeah, that is fine. Barcelona triple up doesn't matter, even if you have them for next match day as well. They have very good fixtures coming up. And you always have 2 free transfers coming up. If you have a wildcard and limitless as well, if you feel like it's too much whenever they play Dortmund, you can take out one of them and bring in a better striker for that match day. Chica says Bensebaini might have minutes this time with Dortmund injuries, but he's not a guy. I saw you have a lot of injuries, the likes of Adeyemi and all those guys. He's a very defensive player. Chan for penalties and Schotterbeck for ball recoveries at the picks. Yep, I agree with that. Chica, who is good goalkeeper for 4 million? Nah, we've gone too far, Daniel. 4 million, I don't think you're going to get too many players for 4 million. Last time Sporting started a 4 million goalkeeper. Let me see. Sporting. But now the coach could be leaving. I don't know if things will be changing there. I think there's a reason why they started the 4 million goalkeeper, though, Israel. So Man City and Arsenal next. So Israel is the only goalkeeper at that price, Daniel. But those fixtures against Man City and Arsenal, I don't think there's a clean sheet there. So you're hoping for save points. But if you're just looking for a 4 million goalkeeper, Israel, I don't think there's any others at all. I don't think there's any others at all. So just him. Is it bad to have 10 players playing on Wednesday and only 5 today? If you're playing a wildcard or limitless, I'd try to balance it. But if you just have transfers and you don't have a wildcard or limitless, no. But if most of the good players are playing tomorrow on, you can just keep it the way it is. Because, if Barcelona is playing tomorrow and Man City has an easy fixture tomorrow and Bayern Munich has an easy fixture tomorrow, there's no problem with having 10 the next day. So how many do I have today myself? So for me, today I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For me, I have 8 players playing today, 7 tomorrow. But I might end up taking Havertz out. So I am thinking my change is going to be a striker. I'm going to either bring in Guirassy or the PSV. Which fixtures do Dortmund have? And I'm going to have to go for a Dortmund player, surely. I was thinking PSV. I was really thinking about bringing in Luke de Jong, because PSV has scored a lot of goals and they have good fixtures coming up. So as a differential. So if your team is looking so good and you need differentials, you can go for the PSV players, as I said earlier. Luke de Jong up front could be a good option. Also, if you're looking for a cheaper goalkeeper, Benitez, the PSV goalkeeper, is 4.4 million as well. So you can go for him as well because PSV has good fixtures. So for me, I am probably going to take out Havertz or Gyökeres. Odegaard could be back. Does that mean Havertz could start getting more chances? I don't think Odegaard will play tomorrow's game. That's too early. Guirassy. I think it's just how many minutes did Guirassy play? Chika, is Guirassy definitely going to play like 90 minutes every time? 90, 80 minutes. Because match day 1, he played 30 minutes. That is a bit scary. Lukman or Rafinha, says Mohammed. Usually the answer to that would be Rafinha, but there's talks about Rafinha could be rested. But I'd still go for Rafinha as just either or. I'd just go for Rafinha. But for this particular match day, I'd go for Lukman because I think he's definitely going to start. The usual problem with Lukman, the only problem with him is like he usually gets subbed off very early. No, I don't like -4s. I do not like -4s, especially if the rest of your team looks good. I don't like taking hits in the Champions League. Julian says best wildcard team. Very, very hard for me to go through it right now. But what I'd tell you, I'd target 2 Dortmund players, Schlotterbeck, maybe a Guirassy. I'd go with 1 PSV player. I'd try to pick a 1 Man City player for sure. A defender from Inter Milan, preferably Sommer in goal. Barcelona, I'd go for 2 or 3 players for this match day. 2 attackers and 1 defender. The other goalkeeper may be a Benitez or the Sporting goalkeeper, Israel. And then maybe a Lokman or a Kiluche, Minamino, those kind of players. Those are the teams I would be targeting, the teams with good fixtures coming up. So PSV, Monaco, I have decent fixtures. Barcelona, those teams. Real Madrid, 1 player maybe if you're on a wildcard. Chica says Sesko, Kane, Guirassy, Foreign. Schmeichel, interesting. Bit of a different sauce this time. Which sauce is this, Chica? This is definitely not ketchup or mustard. I don't know which one this one is. With Schmeichel, this has to be chili sauce. Raya, Schmeichel, Kubasi, Zapacosta, Schlotterbeck, Ricoli, Trent, Yamal. That's a good team. That's a really good team. I don't see too many problems. Barcelona, you have Yamal. Just one Barcelona player scares me a bit. Even for my team, it really scares me. It really, really scares me. So Sommer rare to be benched, says Johnny. That's a tough question to ask an Arsenal fan, Johnny. Yeah? I'd go with the team that is at home, though. I'd go for Sommer. I don't think we do well in those away fixtures in Europe, so I think Inter Milan I think it could be a 0-0 or a 1-1. So if that is the case, then you're hoping for one who's going to make the most saves, and that could be rare. But I am going to go for who do you have any defenders from Arsenal or Inter Milan, Johnny? Let me see your team again. So Johnny said they want to change goalkeepers. So let me see a difference again. So you have Akanji, Grimaldo, Bastoni, Saliba, Digne. So if you already have Saliba, then I would play Sommer and go. Oh, you have Saliba and Bastoni as well. Jesus Christ. So you have both. So I wouldn't go for two players from the same team. So I'd have one goalkeeper from one team and then one defender from the other team. That's what I would do. So I'd go for Sommer and Saliba. Best captain for today says Baran. Dortmund players for sure. Guirassy or maybe a Madrid player as well. Personally, I don't have Madrid players. So maybe them as well. This is my first time watching your good content. I appreciate it. David, thank you. If you enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button. This channel is not monetized, by the way. So I just do this because I love UCL fantasy, and I just love doing this content because of you guys as well. This channel is not monetized, so just the likes will really, really help. Yes, Guirassy will have minutes, certainly 60 plus. So yeah, I think since he beat Celtic 7 goals last time at home, hopefully he can do the same. And he also scored a couple of goals against Real Madrid, and I think he scored twice against Leipzig as well over the weekend. Best defender, 4.5 million, says Mohamed. Best defender, 4.5 million. There's a couple. Kubasi, 4.5 million, Barcelona. Maybe I'd say Digne, the Aston Villa defender as well, could be a good option as well. But first one, I'd probably say Kubasi because of that fixture. And then 4.6 million if you can afford Mohamed, the likes of Kolasinac. Sommer for sure. Who would you captain? Chan, Schlotterbeck, or Gittens? Gittens, the forward player, red or dead. Captain can Chan his own pen, says Danish. Yeah, if you have Chan, you can go for it. And David says, this is my squad with Limitless, Schmeichel, Martinez, Chan, Zapacosta. On a Limitless, okay. And do you have a recommendation? So on a Limitless, I think you're the first person who has a Limitless today. Schmeichel, Martinez. On a Limitless, I don't think I'd go for Schmeichel. When is Schmeichel playing? Is it tomorrow? I think there's other goalkeepers, better goalkeepers than Schmeichel. I think Leipzig will definitely score. Chan, Zapacosta, Kubasi, Lewis, Kim. I also don't. Why do people love Kim so much? I do not like Kim as a pick on UCL fantasy at all. I do not like Kim at all. So what I would do, you have Kubasi, Lewis, Kim, Zapacosta, Chan. Like to be honest, I'd rather double up on the Dortmund defense. I'd rather go for Schlotterbeck instead of Kim and have both Schlotterbeck and Chan. And then defensively, Schmeichel, I'd go for a different goalkeeper on that day. Haaland, Guirassy, Kane, Yamal, Lukman, Salah, Gittens. For the rest of the team looks okay. Gittens or Lukman, please help. I'll go with Gittens, home fixture, easier fixture. Final squad on transfer left, Sommer, Kanseshi, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Trent, Gonzalez. So one transfer left. Haaland, Yamal, Lewandowski. You have Barcelona, Carver, Gittens, Salah, Kiloche, Jimenez. So you still have Jimenez. I'll take out Jimenez, Baron. 1, 2, you already have Dortmund defender. Can you afford Lewis? I don't know. Lewis, I actually think Sporting will score. That's the problem. So remember, Baron, if you feel like a team is okay, you can always save the transfer for next time. Because if next time you have 3 transfers, that would be good. But Kolasinac could be a good pick ahead of Jimenez for one match day. Will Atalanta Inter Milan get a clean sheet? I don't think so. I can see both of those fixtures being 1-1. I'm going to make my transfer right now. I am going to take out Havertz. because next time I might just bring back Saka, so then we take out Havertz, and then I'm going to bring in Luke De Jong or Guirassy. I think people have convinced me enough. I think Chick has convinced me enough. I'm going to go with Guirassy as my transfer. So that is my transfer done. Confirm transfers. That is my team. I wanted to go for a PSV player. So if Luke De Jong scores like twice right now, just remember I said like I really wanted to bring in De Jong, and then you can laugh at me. So let me see who I'm going to captain here. Theo Hernandez definitely not. Grimaldo definitely not. Skorupski. Akiluche is playing against Bologna. No, Bologna is not an easy fixture. Yeah, I'm just going to captain Guirassy. Should I? Schlotterbeck. How many points has Schlotterbeck been picking up? Yeah, I'm just going to do the right thing. I'm going to captain Guirassy. I'm not going to go for any differentials today. Guirassy is my captain today. Captain save. That is my team. Let me confirm everyone else is playing tomorrow. Thanks for the stream. Good luck and enjoy it. Thank you, Redo Dead. Glenn Digne played 90 last game and conceded 4 goals, says Johnny. Yeah, it was Tottenham though away. They collapsed in the second half. In the Champions League, they've been better. And Digne is also very attacking, so that is why I usually pick him. But for this match, they against Club Brugge, I don't think it's a bad pick. Don't pick Digne as the Upamecano of Aston Villa. I've had him. I think I had him on our Limitless or something. I don't think he's a bad pick for this match against Club Brugge. He goes forward a lot and he takes some free kicks and corners. So Hakimi for Jimenez, says Baron. Yeah, I don't mind that as well. Is there any question I didn't answer? I don't think there's anyone who I didn't answer. So hopefully everyone else is playing tomorrow. Lookman, Rafinha, Bastoni. So there's rumors about Rafinha not starting. Hopefully that starts. So yeah, Guirassy is my captain. That is I'm happy with that. So today, Guirassy, Gyökeres, Haaland, Foden, Akiluche, Theo Hernandez, Schlotterbeck, Grimaldo, Skorupski. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Next time, when Arsenal's fixtures become good, I'm going to bring back the likes of Saka. So that is why I took out Havertz for this match day. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about not having any PSV player, and I'm a little bit worried about not having any more Barcelona players. That's what I'm worried about. I have both Guirassy and Gittins, but Gittins is my captain. Yeah, if you go for the midfielder, no problem. But personally, I don't have Gittins in my team. Guirassy and Olmo in, says Johnny. Go for it. Jimenez, Martinez from Barcelona. I would go for Kubasi, Baron. But if you want a differential, Inigo Martinez is not that bad. So yeah. So, but my order, I'd probably go for Barcelona defender first, Baron. So you have 1 minute to make that transfer as we turn to PSV to see how much they're going to score today. Bratislava and Zagreb, interesting. I'm not going to watch that one. I'm going to watch PSV and Girona, but I might do that. So, guys, as always, appreciate you watching. That was fun. As always, this is Matchday 4. As always, if you have any question, you can ask on this particular video after we finish the stream, or if you have any changes in terms of captain and all. My captain, if he scores 9 points and above, I'm not going to change it. Man City without Rodri, yeah, that is why I don't like their defenders. I was thinking Lewis, but no. Yeah, but they've not been playing well as well attacking wise though. Hopefully they keep on capitulating. I need us to catch up with them. But the deadline has hit, guys. Really appreciate you watching. As always, hit the like button. Join me next time. As always, there's an international break coming up. So there's not going to be any Champions League fantasy for like 3 weeks. But thank you guys for watching. God Foden as my captain, says Baron. Foden as your captain. Wow, interesting. I mean, he's done so well so far. I don't think spotting is easy, but go for it. First day differential, no problem. Good luck to you as well, Chica. Thank you, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.